Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, where did my joy go? Maybe you laugh less than you used to. Maybe you think more and smile less. The days feel slower, the house feels quieter, and sometimes your heart does too. You've lived through so much. Love, loss, family, work, responsibilities. Now things have changed. The children are grown, the calls come less often, and sometimes it feels like life is moving forward without you. You sit with memories more than plans. You remember laughter, but you don't always feel it. But what if I told you something surprising? What if the world has been telling the wrong story about happiness all along? You've been told happiness comes from youth, from big success, from perfect moments. But what if real happiness is a choice you can still make today? You don't need to wait for someone to change your life. You don't need to feel stuck in regret. Because something powerful is still in your hands, your focus, your habits, and your choices. And in this video, I'll show you how to use all three in simple, real ways to feel happier starting now. Not fake smiles, not wishful thinking, but real peace, real joy, and a new way to live. So stay with me till the end, because by the time this video finishes, you won't just understand happiness. You'll know how to choose it, even if the world around you doesn't change. Most people think happiness comes after something happens. After success, after love, after a big change. They say, I'll be happy when my problems are gone. But life doesn't work like that, and deep down, you already know it. The world teaches us to chase things, a new house, a new car, a perfect family. But what happens when those things fade, or when they never came in the first place? That's when people feel lost. They think, maybe I missed my chance to be happy. But here's the truth. Happiness isn't something you find. It's something you decide. It's not a prize at the finish line. It's not a gift someone gives you. It's a mindset, a daily practice, and it starts with a shift in how you see your life, even with past mistakes, even with loneliness, even with pain that still lingers. You can still choose happiness in small, powerful ways. And once you stop waiting for life to get better, you'll see that happiness has been waiting inside you all along. In the next section, I'll show you why your thoughts shape your feelings, and how changing just one small belief can change your whole day. Have you ever noticed how two people can face the same problem, but one breaks down while the other stays calm? It's not about luck. It's not about strength. It's about how they think. Your thoughts are like glasses. If they're tinted with sadness, regret, or fear, everything you see will feel heavy. But if your thoughts are open, kind, and hopeful, life begins to feel lighter. You don't need to force fake positivity. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about noticing what you tell yourself every day. Ask yourself, do I always expect the worst? Do I replay old mistakes again and again? Do I tell myself, it's too late for me? If you do, you're not alone. But those thoughts don't help. They only add more weight to your heart. Here's the good news. You can learn to think better thoughts. Not perfect ones, not magical ones, just better ones, one step at a time. Instead of, it's too late, try, I still have time to feel peace. Instead of, I'm all alone, try, I can still reach out and connect. Every time you choose a kinder thought, you take one step closer to happiness. And the best part? You're in control of that choice. In the next section, I'll show you a simple, powerful habit that can change your mindset, even if you only do it for 5 minutes a day. What if I told you there's one small habit that can shift your whole day, and it only takes 5 minutes? It's not new, it's not fancy, but it works. It's called gratitude. Now, you might be thinking, I've heard that before, but stay with me, because most people don't really understand it. Gratitude isn't about ignoring your pain. It's about remembering that even in pain, there are still good things left. You woke up today. You have air in your lungs. Maybe you have a warm cup of tea, a memory that still makes you smile, a soft light coming through your window. These may seem small, but they are real. And when you take time to notice them, your brain starts to change. Science shows it. People who practice daily gratitude feel less lonely, less anxious, and more hopeful. So here's what you can do. Every morning or evening, write down 3 things you're thankful for. Not big things, not perfect things, just real things. I heard my favorite song today. My knees didn't hurt as much. I talked to my neighbor. The sky looked beautiful. That's it. 3 honest moments, written or spoken out loud. You'll be surprised how quickly your mood begins to shift. Not because your life changed overnight, but because your focus did. In the next section, I'll show you how letting go of regret can free your heart and finally make space for peace. Regret can feel like a shadow that never leaves, a choice you didn't make, a person you lost, words you wish you said or wish you didn't. For many people over 50, regret becomes a quiet companion. It sneaks in when the house is silent. It whispers, "You should have done better." But here's something you need to hear. You did the best you could with what you knew then. You weren't perfect, no one is. You made mistakes, we all do. But you also made it through hard days. You loved people. You gave your time. You tried. Regret only grows when we keep feeding it. But the moment you say, "I accept what happened, and I forgive myself," you begin to heal. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing peace over pain. It means giving yourself permission to breathe again. Here's a gentle practice. When regret shows up, pause and ask, "Can I learn from this? Can I speak kindly to myself? Can I let go even a little?" And then answer with grace, not blame. You can't go back, but you can go forward, lighter, wiser, and more free. In the next section, we'll talk about loneliness and how it lies to you more than you think. Loneliness isn't just about being alone. It's about feeling unseen. It's that quiet ache in your chest when the phone doesn't ring, when the days blur together, when you start to wonder, does anyone even notice me anymore? If that sounds familiar, you're not weak. You're human. But here's the hard part. Loneliness doesn't just hurt. It lies to you. It tells you that no one cares, that you're too old to matter, that reaching out would be awkward or pointless. But none of that is true. You still matter. Your story still matters. There are people out there who would be lucky to hear your voice, your laugh, your wisdom. Loneliness wants you to stay silent, but connection begins when you speak, even if your voice is small. So what can you do? Start simple. Call someone, even if it's been a while. Send a message to an old friend. Join a small group, a class, or even an online space where people gather. You don't need a crowd. Sometimes one kind conversation can change everything, and if no one reaches out first, be the one who does. Not because it's easy, but because you deserve connection. In the next section, we'll talk about something powerful you may have forgotten, your purpose, and how it still lives inside you. Have you ever asked yourself, what am I even here for now? When work ends, when children are grown, when your days feel quiet and your to-do list is empty, it's easy to feel like your purpose has disappeared. But here's the truth. Purpose doesn't retire. It evolves. Maybe your purpose once came from your job, or raising a family, or caring for others. Now it might look different, but it's still there, waiting for you to notice it. Purpose isn't always big or loud. It might be in the way you comfort someone, in the stories you share, in the wisdom you pass on. You have life experience. You've survived pain. You've learned lessons the hard way. That makes you valuable. More than you know. Someone out there needs your kindness, your words, your calm, your presence. Even a smile can be part of your purpose. So ask yourself, what brings me quiet joy? What do people thank me for? What do I still long to give? Your answers may be soft, but they matter. Purpose doesn't always move mountains. Sometimes it just holds a hand, tells a story, or plants a seed of hope in someone else's day. In the next section, we'll explore how changing your daily routine, even in small ways, can create a new sense of joy and meaning. Sometimes life feels stuck. Not because something is wrong, but because every day feels the same. Same chair, same meals, same silence, same thoughts. But here's something powerful. You don't need a big change to feel alive again. You just need a small shift, done every day with care. Your brain loves routine, but it also comes alive with variety. That means even the tiniest new habit can bring a fresh spark. Try this. Change the order of your day. Start with something you enjoy. Take a short walk outside. Even 10 minutes can clear your mind. Read one page of a new book. Not to finish it, just to feel curious again. Listen to music from a time that made you happy. Let your body move even just a little. Write down one thing you'd like to try, and take the smallest step toward it. You don't have to do everything. Just do something different. Let your senses wake up. Let your body move in a new rhythm. Even drinking your tea in the garden instead of at the table can feel like a gift. When you change your routine, even just a little, your days stop blurring together. You begin to feel present again, and in presence, happiness finds room to grow. In the next section, we'll talk about something people often avoid, asking for help, and why it's not weakness, but wisdom. Why is it so hard to say, "I need help"? Maybe you were raised to be strong, to take care of others, to keep going, no matter how hard it gets. Maybe you've been the one people leaned on, the steady one, the quiet helper. So now, when you feel tired, or lonely, or unsure, it feels wrong to speak up. But here's what no one says enough. Asking for help is not a failure, it's courage. You're not supposed to carry everything alone. No one is. We were made to lean on each other. When you ask for help, you're not being a burden. You're giving someone the chance to show they care. You're letting connection in, you're showing your heart, and that's brave. Help can look like many things. Talking to a friend or neighbor, visiting a therapist or support group, reaching out to your faith community, telling your family what you need, clearly and kindly. Sometimes help is a ride to the doctor. Sometimes it's just someone to sit with you, no words needed. You don't need to do everything yourself. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to speak. And the beautiful thing? When you open up, others feel safe to do the same. You help them by helping yourself. In the next section, we'll explore the quiet power of kindness, especially when it starts with you. You've spent years being kind to others, to your family, your friends, your work, even strangers. But here's a question. Have you been kind to yourself? Most people over 50 carry silent guilt. They remember every wrong word, every missed chance. They speak to themselves in harsh tones they would never use on others. But you deserve better, not just from the world, but from you. Kindness isn't only about what you give to others, it's about how you treat your own heart. Start with this. Speak gently to yourself, especially when you're hurting. Rest when you need to, without apology. Forgive your mistakes the way you would forgive someone you love. Celebrate small wins, even if no one else sees them. Look in the mirror and say, "I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I still matter." That's not pride. That's kindness. And the more you give it to yourself, the more you'll have to give to others. Here's the magic. Kindness multiplies. When you treat yourself well, you glow, you soften, you become a safe space for you and for those around you. In the next section, we'll talk about the power of hope and why it's never too late to believe in something beautiful again. Have you ever told yourself, "There's nothing to look forward to anymore"? It's a thought that creeps in slowly, after a loss, after change, after years of giving and holding on. It can feel like the best moments are behind you, like all that's left is waiting. But here's what I want you to know. Hope isn't something you need to find. It's something you can grow. Hope lives in small things. It doesn't always shout. Sometimes it just whispers. Maybe tomorrow will feel better. Hope shows up when you try something new, even if it's small. You plan a lunch with someone you miss. You plant something in the garden. You write a letter. You learn, laugh, or cry with honesty. Hope is a seed. It may not bloom today, but if you care for it, it always grows. Don't let the world tell you that it's too late. Don't let the calendar decide your spirit. You can still dream. You can still feel excited. You can still believe in joy, love, peace, and even surprise. And when hope returns, even just a little, life begins to move again. In the next section, we'll explore why happiness isn't about always feeling good, but about learning to feel everything with grace. When people think of happiness, they often imagine big smiles, loud laughter, perfect days, but real happiness is much quieter. It doesn't mean you never feel sad. It doesn't mean you ignore your pain. It means you let yourself feel everything, without shame. You've lived through many seasons. You've felt joy, yes, but also loss, fear, regret, and grief. And all of those feelings make you human. Happiness doesn't erase them. It simply gives them space. It's sitting with your sadness and still being gentle with yourself. It's having a heavy day and knowing that's okay. It's crying, and then choosing to stand up again the next morning. This is emotional strength, letting your heart speak instead of hiding it. Welcoming every part of you, not just the easy parts. When you do this, something shifts. You stop fighting your feelings, you start flowing with them, and that creates peace. So don't chase constant joy. Chase honest living, chase truth, softness, and self-respect. Because that is where real happiness begins, not in pretending to be okay, but in accepting yourself as you are, and loving yourself through it all. In the next section, we'll talk about how to build a simple, personal happiness. Kindness when you could choose anger. It's showing up even when you're tired. It's finding beauty in a single moment, and letting that be enough. You don't find happiness like a lost key. You become it step by step with every loving choice you make. In the final sections, we'll revisit everything we've learned and leave you with a personal guide you can carry forward long after the video ends. Take a moment and breathe. You've come a long way, not just in this video, but in life. You've listened, you've reflected, you've faced thoughts you may have pushed aside for years. That takes courage. Let's look back, not with judgment, but with love. You've learned that happiness is a choice, not a perfect moment, but a mindset you can build. Your thoughts shape your feelings, and you can choose better ones. Even a simple habit like daily gratitude can shift your whole mood. Regret doesn't need to chain you. Forgiveness can set you free. Loneliness lies, and connection is still possible, even with one brave step. You still have purpose, even if it looks different now. Small daily changes can wake you up to life again. Asking for help is strength, not shame. Kindness begins with how you speak to yourself. And hope? It never truly leaves. You just have to call it back. More than anything, you've remembered this. You are not too late, not too old, not too broken, not too forgotten. You are still here, and that means your story is still unfolding. In the next section, I'll give you a simple, personal tool, a happiness reflection guide, to help you carry all of this forward, one peaceful day at a time. You don't need a full plan to feel better. You just need a small, steady practice, something personal and real, something that helps you return to yourself each day. This guide is for you. Use it in the morning, before bed, or any time you need to come back to peace. Take a notebook or just sit quietly and ask yourself these 5 questions. 1. What am I thankful for today? Even if it's small, a soft pillow, a memory, a kind word. 2. What thought is weighing me down, and can I let it go, even a little? You don't have to fix it, just name it, and then breathe. 3. What moment today brought me even a little bit of joy or calm? A walk, a laugh, a warm cup of tea. 4. Who can I connect with or show kindness to today? A message, a smile, a call. Even if it's short, it matters. 5. What will I do just for me? Something that fills you, not drains you. Something that reminds you you're still alive. You can answer with words, or just sit with them quietly. The point is not perfection. The point is presence. Each time you come back to these questions, you grow something powerful: awareness, grace, peace, and little by little, happiness. In the next and final section, we'll end with one quiet truth and one lasting invitation for your heart. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this: happiness is not far away. It's not lost. It's not for someone else. It's already inside you, waiting to be noticed, chosen, and lived. You are not behind. You are not out of time. You are exactly where you need to be to begin again, gently, slowly, and truthfully. So here's your invitation. Choose one thing from this video. Just one. A thought, a habit, a question, a moment of kindness, and begin there. Let happiness grow in small steps. Let it rise from your honesty, not your effort. Let it be quiet. Let it be real. You deserve a life that feels light. You deserve days filled with meaning. You deserve to look in the mirror and say, "I'm still here. I'm still becoming, and I'm proud of who I am." Thank you for walking this path with me, and always remember, it's never too late to be happy. Not just someday, today.